Hello everyone, and welcome to Tony's Comic Spotlight. In this weekly episodic series, I spotlight some of the best comics put to print. In this week's episode, we celebrate the first appearances of Heimdall, Odin, Balder the Brave, Tyr, and Loki by shining the spotlight on Journey into Mystery issue number 85 from 1962. If you're enjoying the content, please feel free to like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell to be notified of our latest videos. Feel free to leave a comment as well. I hope you enjoy the videos. And now, on to our featured story. Thor in Trapped by Loki, the God of Mischief. In Asgard, Loki is imprisoned within a tree until his plight causes someone to shed a tear. He magically makes a leaf fall in Heimdall's eye, causing a tear and breaking the enchantment. Seeking revenge on Thor, Loki takes a mortal guise and transforms people in Manhattan into negatives to draw Thor out. Thor appears and cures the victims. Loki reveals himself and eventually mesmerizes Thor, creating a duplicate image of the Thunder God, to which Thor hands his hammer. However, Thor becomes Don Blake after 60 seconds, which breaks Loki's spell. He retrieves Mjolnir and finally defeats Loki by dumping him in the water where his magic powers are useless. Thor ties Loki to Mjolnir and hurls him to Asgard to be taken prisoner. The end. Tyr is the Asgardian god of war. Tyr was renowned throughout Asgard as being the only god brave enough to place his hand in the mouth of the wolf god Fenris during the latter's binding, which Fenris would not allow unless a god placed his hand in his left hand is missing as a result, having been bitten off by Fenris. It is now usually covered by a metal cup. He has fought in the defense of Asgard numerous times. He has several times rebelled against Odin due to his love of battle and fought Thor due to resentment of Thor's relationship with Lady Sif and the fact Thor usurped his role as Asgard's greatest warrior. Tyr was the oldest son of Odin, firstborn after Aldrich, and originally the god of war and of heroic glory in Asgard, famous for his courage. Balder has been with Thor since the beginning. The Marvel version of Thor debuted in Journey into Mystery number 83, while Marvel's Balder first appeared in Journey into Mystery number 84. Both comics are written by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. From those two onward, Balder has been portrayed as a constant companion of Thor, joining him, Sif, the Warriors Three, and even Loki in adventures across the Nine Realms. Balder's family history is confusing. Though Marvel's Asgard hews to the original mythology in many ways, it also diverges substantially too, sometimes to the confusion of readers and creators alike. For example, Balder's true parentage has become one of those head scratches over the decades. Originally portrayed as the older half-brother of Thor, Balder's parents have typically been portrayed as Odin and Frigga. However, Balder has also been written as a child who was adopted by the royal court. It was later revealed Odin had abandoned his son, and Thor had been presented as Frigga and Odin's first child. Balder ruled Asgard during Siege. Though traditionally fans picture Odin, Thor, or even Loki as the ruler of Asgard, Balder has spent his fair share of time on the Golden Throne. Perhaps most notably, his time as the king of Asgard included presiding over the city during the events of Siege. Balder's sword is magical. Thor isn't the only Asgardian with an iconic weapon. In fact, the halls of fabled Asgard are full of amazing arms and armor. Balder the Brave has his own sword, a magnificent blade named Svarden. As a sword created with the Allfather's blessing, Svarden has the ability to teleport from anywhere in the Nine Realms to Balder's hand in Asgard. Balder can also use the sword to transport beings into other realms. The sword is also potent to beings from other realities. For example, in Lee and Kirby's Journey into Mystery number 111, the mere touch of the blade banished the extra-dimensional phantom whose touch means death. Heimdall guards Asgard. As in the movies, Heimdall's primary duty in the comics is to act as guardian of the Bifrost, the mystical rainbow bridge that connects Asgard to all the other realms of Isidril, the world. As guardian, Heimdall is Asgard's first line of defense against invaders. Heimdall's keen eyesight and hearing won him this position when he spotted an army of giants marching on Asgard, even though they were several days away. Asgard's subsequent victory over the giants led Odin to grant Heimdall this favor. Since then, Heimdall's watchful eye protected the walls of Asgard. Heimdall is immensely powerful. In addition to his epic accoutrements, Heimdall boasts massive power of his own. Like all of the Asgards, Heimdall has superhuman durability, speed, strength, and super dense tissue that protects him from easy wounding. Heimdall's most impressive powers is his nigh omnipotent senses. Heimdall is quite literally all-seeing, all-hearing, and even all-smelling. He can see across the universe even to the point of being able to see through space and time. He can sense the approach of beings in his direction from hundreds of miles away, something crucial to his protection of Asgard. He can also sense Asgardian life forces, able to detect his companions across the Sidril. Lady Sif is his sister. Of his many themes, one of Thor's franchise's most prominent is family. Thor battles his half-brother and argues with his father, but still loves them at the end of the day. Heimdall also has strong family ties on Asgard. His sister is Lady Sif, goddess of the hunt and harvest. The two are Vanir, a race of gods from the World Tree's realm of Vanheim. After the Aesir and the Vanir united, Heimdall quickly became one of the most important members of the newly dubbed Asgardians. Heimdall has fought Thor. Just because Heimdall is a respected member of Asgardian society doesn't mean he never fights his peers. In fact, Heimdall has come to blows with the god of thunder several times, generally at the behest of Heimdall's liege, Odin. The first time the two battled was when Thor attempted to return to Asgard after irritating Odin. The next was when Thor tried to leave as Odin didn't want his son to see Jane Foster again. The two fought another time when Loki ensorcered Heimdall and caused him to battle Thor. Ironically, Loki did the same to Thor another time and caused him to battle Heimdall. Heimdall and the Enchantress were together. Like several prominent Asgardians, Heimdall leads a drama-filled life. Aside from battling trolls and preventing the end of the world, one of the biggest instances of drama in Heimdall's long life was when he became involved with Amora the Enchantress, a character who had been involved with Loki and the Masters of Evil. Heimdall and Amora first became close following the Surtur War, when he comforted her about the executioner's death. The two remained together for a while, with Amora helping her lover during his rule on Asgard. However, Heimdall left Amora when he realized he couldn't balance his duty and his love. Odin, one of the most powerful Norse gods. The father of Thor is a legendary figure, or a god who is already powerful even after he was born. With his powerful strength and ability to use magic, Odin was able to face King Loki and the Frost Giants' army alone, then punish Hela by expelling her from Asgard, and can also destroy the giant fire demon Surtur to prevent the destruction of Asgard. Odin once sacrificed himself to defeat Surtur. When Odin and Thor were in an unstable condition to fight, suddenly Surtur came and attacked the Norwegian port, but Thor decided to join forces with Turin so that Surtur lost. Unfortunately, Turin was attacked by Surtur, causing Odin to intervene by sucking Turin's energy and directly lunging at Surtur with his chariot. As a result, Surtur lost and Odin died because of his sacrifice. Loki is a frost giant. Loki was born a frost giant, one of the mythical beings that inhabit the frozen wastelands of Jotunheim. Despite his heritage, he was adopted by Odin, the king of Asgard, and raised as his son. This heritage gives Loki powers that are similar to those of other frost giants, such as super strength, durability, and the ability to generate ice and snow. Loki is Thor's adopted brother. Loki was adopted by Odin and raised as Thor's brother. Despite their different upbringings, the two have a close relationship, with Loki often acting as Thor's advisor and confidant. However, their relationship is often strained by Loki's mischievous nature and love of causing trouble. Loki is a shapeshifter. One of Loki's most notable abilities is his ability to shapeshift. He can change his form into anything he desires, from a snake to a horse to a fly. This ability has allowed him to evade capture and carry out his schemes undetected. Loki is a master of magic. In addition to his powers of shapeshifting, Loki is also a master of magic. He can cast illusions, summon magical creatures, and manipulate reality to suit his needs. He has used these powers to great effect in his battles against Thor and the other heroes of the Marvel Comics universe. Loki has a tragic backstory. Despite his mischievous nature, Loki has a tragic backstory that has shaped who he is. He was always jealous of Thor's place in Asgard and felt like an outsider in his own home. Jealousy eventually drove him to turn against his adopted family and become a villain. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch this spotlight as we took a look at Journey into Mystery issue number 85, celebrating the first appearances of Tyr, Heimdall, Balder, Odin, and Loki. If you're enjoying the content, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing and ringing the bell for future notifications. And coming up next week, we're going to take a look at the first appearance and origin of Bane, the man who broke the Batman, by shining a spotlight on his first appearance in Vengeance of Bane number 1 from 1992. So until next time, everyone, be safe, take care, and God bless. See you.